So, I kind of have mixed feelings about this release. Alright, let's not jump to any conclusions. It's not what you think. I love this figures, and yes, it is as glorious as people are saying it is. Definitely worth the title of a definitive base form Goku, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. But I love this release so much that it's kind of making me feel a little guilty for owning it, because a release this close to being perfect should be available to every Dragon Ball fan and collector who wants it. Which brings us along to today's sponsor, the L.A Explorer, a specialist in videography and all things cosplay. Make sure you check out the link in the description below to subscribe to the L.A Explorer's YouTube channel and Instagram account. That's the L.A Explorer, connoisseur of 4K HDR cosplay videos. Jokes aside, a very special thanks to the L.A Explorer and another awesome individual who chose to stay anonymous for privacy reasons, but this review and my future Kakashi review couldn't be possible if it weren't for these highly esteemed gentlemen. Thank you again, my humble appreciations to the both of you. Alright, so here we go guys, 2024 SDCC Son Goku and Son Gohan with Kinton exclusive edition. So this is pretty much everything I'm looking for in an S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball release. It's the perfect representation of early days Dragon Ball Z Son Goku with his Kame insignia that comes packed in with a ton of accessories which allow you to recreate tear-inducing iconic scenes from that era. And while we're on the topic, what makes this release so special is how these beautiful head sculpts and faceplates perfectly encapsulate Minoru Maeda and or Masaki Sato's animation style. I'm not really too sure who animated the intro, but yes, these head sculpts were ripped straight out of the first Japanese Dragon Ball Z intro, Chala, Head Chala, where we see Goku soaring through the air with a teeny tiny Gohan right there at the driver's seat on Goku's shoulder. It's a brand new, windswept, hair-blowing back hairpiece with Goku's iconic jovial expression to match. But Tamashii have also given us another newly sculpted base form hairpiece for Goku, again inspired by the artists of this era. Something you'll notice now is that the heads are slightly bigger than your average base form Goku head sculpt we've gotten in the past, which works really well in capturing that early Dragon Ball Z feel. The strands themselves are rounder, slightly poofier, but we still get some sculpted line details that give the overall look more dimension. Now, who remembers this scene from the intro? Goku clenches his fist, puts both arms up in the air, and shoots electric ki into the heavens. Well, now you can recreate those couple of frames with this incredibly faithful faceplate, which works great as just a standard teeth grinning expression too. And if you're not in tears yet from all this nostalgia, Tamashii have also thrown in this incredible expression for Goku's iconic power pole pose in the group shot at the end of the opening. This faceplate here is probably my favorite out of the bunch, and did I mention that we also get the power pole with brand new hands to hold it? It doesn't get better than this. Or does it? Because the last faceplate for Goku is this one right here. The classic mid-credit cutscene from the original Japanese anime. You guys know the one where Goku is sitting on the floor and out pops Kid Gohan from underneath Goku's arms. Yep, we can recreate those few seconds of the show too. It's very similar to the standard Happy Goku face, but now we have him looking off to the side. And that's exactly what I love about this release. I've been saying this forever now, but this should be the next step in the Figuarts Dragon Ball line's progression. The main reason why I kind of half-jokingly give the Saiyan Raised on Earth figure so much crap is because the head sculpt and expressions are just so generic and dull. There's no connection to any artist, any era, or any scene, or moment from the anime or manga. It feels like it's based on the concept of Goku, but not any particular version of Goku, which, to be fair, might be what you're after if you just want a standard base form Goku. But just look at the Naruto line, the One Piece line. Even if you don't base the sculpts on particular scenes or artists, the expressions from the Naruto line are so expressive. There's so much character and variety there. The Dragon Ball line have definitely improved over the years, with this release being a shining example, so I just hope we continue to get quality like this with all releases, not just exclusives. Looking at the body itself, this is essentially now your classic 2.0 Saiyan Raised on Earth body from 2018. Yep, this thing is now 6 years old, and to be honest, I'm starting to appreciate this body more and more as the years go by. It's not the perfect body, and compared to the newer stuff, it is starting to show its age a little, but I think it works extremely well paired up with this classic looking head sculpt. The 2.0 body is now considered slim compared to the newer buffer 3.0. The sculpt, especially in the arms and neck, aren't as cut and angular, which actually suits an early Dragon Ball Z Goku. So I think together with the new, less saturated orange, the retooled boots without the laces, and Kame insignia are a winning combination. So I guess you could technically call Gohan an accessory, but he actually comes with his own accessories and has a bit of articulation, which isn't anything significant, but it does give you a bit of variance, which comes in handy when posing. Gohan's head is on a ball joint that allows him to get some pretty good range looking up, down, and side to side. He's got a little ponytail at the back that moves around as well, and we even get some movement with the tail. The arms move at the shoulders so you can move them up and around. The hands also have a swivel, which helps, and the legs are on a hinge at the waist that allow you to move both legs up and down. The legs are sculpted together, so you can't move them individually, unfortunately. So what about sitting? Well, the torso is made of rubber, but we also get a pre-sitting torso that you can switch out with the standard one. Just really easy to swap out. You just pop off the head. Both arms come off as well. Lift the normal torso up and slip the pre-sitting one on. Grab your head and limbs and just pop them back on again. Here's Gohan with himself from the SDCC Raditz release that we got last year. Love the little Dragon Ball on his little hat there. So how does this figure feel? Well, really good actually. Right up there with another SDCC exclusive, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, which to me is probably one of the best retools and reuses of the good old 2.0 body in terms of plastic quality. So really no issues here. But as always, just watch out for those easy to rub areas like the shoulders and the torso. Alright, so let's take a look at this good old 2.0 version body articulation, starting off with the head. Goku looks up, pretty good. Looks down, just as good. We got side to side tilt, assisted there by a very good neck joint, and of course we have side to side swivel as well for the head. So overall, great articulation for the head. Shoulders, these are kind of, sleeves here are on ball pegs on the back of his arm. So you do get, if you move them out of the way, yeah, about 90 degrees. 360 there at the shoulder. Goku can bring his arms in a relatively good amount. It's not as good as your newer 3.0 bodies, but yeah, it's not bad. You can still get him to do those Kamehameha poses. We do have a bicep swivel, double elbows, and of course your hinges and swivels at the wrist. One thing that I do want to point out is that this figure feels really good. I like it. The torso, it can extend up a little, gives Goku a little bit more height, but you can get Goku to, crunch forward a little bit, and if you know the torso mod with the little tab, once you pull apart the torso, you can snip that off and give Goku even more range in the torso. You get side to side articulation there. and a good swivel at the lower waist as well. The belt here is on a swivel, so you can kind of like swing that around to the position that you want it when it's charging up. Cool stuff. These are 2.0 legs, so you get a full spread going back and forward like that. Going out is pretty good as well. And of course we have double knees. Great. A swivel there, rotation there at the ankle. The feet do go down pretty good. They go up. Yeah, pretty good as well. You get your toe hinge that moves all the way up. And yeah, decent enough ankle articulation. So, I mean, your standard 2.0 Goku body articulation, but still really fun to pose. And now to everybody's favorite part of the video, and probably my favorite part of the video, head swaps, baby! Alright, we're gonna go through both of these heads, the base form head first, and then the windswept in action blowing through the wind, air, whatever you want to call it, head sculpt. So the first body that we have is the Saiyan Raised on Earth body, and this works perfectly as a really, really good looking, I guess, Namek Saga base form Goku. You know, you have the Son sign there on the front and the back. The oranges are a little bit more saturated. The blues are a little darker. I like this. I mean, if, you know, this is what Tamashii originally released with the Saiyan Raised on Earth, with this head sculpt, I probably would have bought like 10 of these, but you know, instead we got that pretty crappy, basic, kind of generic Goku head sculpt, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So there we go. Perfectly, looks great on this body. Perfectly, it fits perfectly on this body, which is what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's get that one out of the way. The next body is probably one of my favorite bodies. This comes from the Super Saiyan God Goku that we got recently, actually. The neck is a little bit slimmer. The body has that deeper V cut. The arms are a little bit slimmer. And I like this. This works as a really good, like, young looking Goku. The belt, I guess, is a little bit more modern. You know, you don't have the tassels there at the front. But what I'm thinking is maybe you can actually swap out the belts, and this would work really good as a, you know, a young looking, you know, early days Dragon Ball Z Goku as well. I mean, obviously the V cut in the gi is a little bit low, but I really like the look of this. Yeah, I don't know, looks really good. All right, so let's put that body back. The next body is the full power Super Saiyan Goku body. I think everybody has this one as well. And yeah, I think this works pretty good as well. Again, you know, the head sculpt is very, I guess, era or artist specific. But I do like how it looks. This isn't my ideal look for this particular body. I do want an updated, kind of more of a later Dragon Ball Z-esque era kind of head sculpt, but I do like the way this looks. Nice. Let's pop that off, and the next body is our Ultra Instinct Omen body. This is the Japanese exclusive release, and I like this a lot. You know, battle damage. Again, the Obi is more of your later Goku Obi style. But yeah, blue shirt battle damage all the way, all day, every day. I really like this look for Goku. It works really well, and that's not focusing. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, this works really good as well. Love me some battle damage. Alright, let's get that off. It's on there a little bit tighter than I'd like. So again, all of these 2.0 bodies, they all have the same neck peg, so they're going to work, they're going to fit. It's just this, updated 3.0 legendary Super Saiyan body that's not, it does have a bigger ball peg, so we're going to be using a little bit of blue tack later on for that body. But coming in next is your mastered Ultra Instinct, and I think this might work a little bit better than your 3.0 body because it is a little bit slimmer, and this face, this head sculpt is again early days Goku, so he's not as okay. Well, actually no, because this is from the Namek saga, and he's buff as hell. So no, both of these bodies should work pretty well. What am I talking about? Anyway, there we have a battle damaged, shirtless Goku, again looking really good, and the skin tones match up pretty well as well. So I'm liking this. Next up, we have one of my favorite Gokus in the line, the original Warrior Awakening Goku, and again, yeah, I like the battle damaged look. This body does have the shading. It doesn't have the printed on scars and scuffs like the exclusive edition, so skin tone is a little bit darker compared to this face sculpt. But yeah, not too shabby. I like the way that looks as well. Alright, last but definitely not least, we have the 3.0 super jacked Goku body from the legendary Super Saiyan. And like I said, this one doesn't fit properly because the peg there is a little bit too big. I mean, obviously you can stretch out the socket if you wanted to, but I wouldn't do that for a prolonged period of time. But yeah, this works really, really well as well, actually. I really like this. Skin tones are pretty good. They match up pretty well. And yeah. I mean, like Maida's artwork, Sato's artwork, it did carry on to the Namek saga. Mainly Sato, I think. So yeah, this style of head can definitely work with this body. Alright, let's pop that off and put on the windswept head. This one looks a little bit goofy, I guess, but hey, why not, right? Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess. It's not ideal, and again, this head is even more specific, I guess, to, that intro that I was talking about earlier in the video. I really do like the hair sculpt. The face looks really good as well, but yeah, maybe not on this body. Alright, let's go back to Full Power Super Saiyan, not Full Power Super Saiyan, Warrior Awakening Super Saiyan. Yeah, and again, just the smiley faces maybe aren't the best look. In saying that though, if we swap the face plates, let's see how that looks. Alright, we're just going to do this for the battle damage bodies, because I think this might look a little bit better. I think I would like this better than the smiley face. And yeah, there we go. That looks pretty cool. I think that works a lot better than the smiley face. We want to save these smiley faces for the non-battle damage bodies. I think they're going to work pretty well. But yeah, I like this actually. This is, maybe after he's beaten Frieza and he's like, back on Earth or back on his spaceship, flying back to Earth. I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's pop that off. Move that to the side because we don't need that one anymore. Mastered Ultra Instinct. And again, yep, that works pretty good as well. I don't know, it's... You know, ever since we got this body, I feel like the shoulders on this look kind of like small, slim. But, yeah, no. Still a great body. A great shirtless Goku body. Yeah, Tamashii does a really good job with their battle damage. Alright, I think this one's going to look really good. The skin tones don't match up like 100%. It is a little bit darker. Hold on. A little tricky. Yeah. It's not going to want to go in. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There we go. And let's pop the faceplate back on. These head swaps really make the video super long. But I have fun with this. I mean, I hope you guys do as well. This is, you know, this is like unscripted. I'm just kind of winging it. But I really do have fun doing these head swaps with the bodies. So I hope you guys do as well. And yeah, I like this as well. Again, battle damaged. You know, it's like he's, you know, looking off into the horizon. He's just, you know, won another tough battle. I really like this. Very cool. All right, let's get that one out of the way. And let's grab the Full Power Super Saiyan Goku, which is probably, like, in terms of quality, the weakest one. And yeah, that looks pretty good as well. I like that. This is like pre-battle, you know, he's like, Goku's looking at his enemy. He's about to face off, blowing in the wind in the desert. I really like this as well. Let's swap the faceplates to give you guys an idea of how it looks with a happy Goku face. And yeah, yep, pretty good. I like that. Okay, next up we have Super Saiyan God Goku, slimmer body. Yeah, I like this a lot. Let's just get that to focus. Yep, smaller, slimmer body, not as buff. Those arms work really well. I like that. Yeah, I think I might swap out the belt, and this might be my, you know, like Son insignia Goku. I really like the colors, the brighter oranges as well. Again, the deeper V neck isn't accurate, but hey, it looks good. Let's swap out the face plates. Yep, that works. I'm liking it. I know, it looks like it really looks like a manga version of Goku. You know, something that we would see, you know, from Toriyama's original work. I really like that. Alright guys, last but not least, Saiyan Raised on Earth. Yep. Yep, that looks fantastic as well. I like that. Let's bring him in a little bit closer. Great stuff. And just to finish this section off, let's pop on the happy, smiling faceplate. There we go. But yeah, guys, I mean, if you've got a couple of Goku bodies lying around, try it yourself. It's a lot of fun. You can get a lot of really interesting, really cool combinations. Yeah, and I I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Have fun with it! For accessories, there's actually quite a lot to unpack here. Let's start off with those fists for your overhead double fist slams. A set of Goku fighting style hands. 2 different kinds of hands for holding your power pole. One that's more like a fist that grips the staff, and the other that's more for controlling the front of the pole. We also get a single right hand for holding Gohan up on Goku's shoulder. We've all seen this one before. So next up we have the power pole, and I feel that the power pole is something that we should have gotten ages ago in a less exclusive release. But alas, this is the second time it's been an exclusive, but this super simple accessory along with your extra hands gives you so many more options for poses and displaying. Next up, we have a brand new, huge flying Nimbus with swappable tails. It's a lot bigger than the one that we got from Kid Goku for obvious reasons, and it's got a nice flat surface for Goku and Gohan to sit on, or stand up. You don't want your Goku to topple over once you have him in the pose that you want and in your beautiful display, so right here at the back, you can pop open this little cover that reveals a slot for your Tamashii stage arms. Flying Nimbus also has a couple of those peg holes on the underside, because you're going to be needing the extra arm to hold up all that weight. And for the tail, you have a choice of switching between a straight or curved off to the left option. Just pop it out and plug the one that you want in. Easy as pie. So going back to what I said about this being a definitive base form Goku and not the definitive base form Goku, and what I mean when I say that is, without any negative connotations, but the heads are so stylistic and specific to a particular artist, or in this case, a particular set of scenes from the intro of Dragon Ball Z, that you could easily call it Head Chala Goku or Son Goku Maida Special, just like the Toyotaro Ultra Instinct release we got this year. But if Maida or Sato, again, somebody tell me in the comments who animated this intro, is what you think when you think base form Goku, then great, that's what it is. I'm still looking for my definitive base form Goku, which is more of a later Dragon Ball Z style Goku, no insignias, simple obi, and deep V-cut with bright oranges and blues. The 1.0 is still probably the closest ideal base form Goku in my mind, but I'm really down for anything that has an artistic inspired theme or something that's specific to a certain era or scene. To keep it simple, what I'm looking for are just better, more range, more expressive head sculpts. I'm not just talking about this Goku, but with every release going forward. And yeah, the Dragon Ball line is doing that to some extent. But take a page from the Naruto line or even your own. The Toyotaro Ultra Instinct Goku release was probably one of the most well-received figures this year, and that was just a retool. I mean, what can I say? People love good head. Fans love feeling nostalgic, and this release has both, which is why it's got me singing its praise. I know that there are a couple of other angles to come at this release. I've read comments like, why not 3.0, blah 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 blah, but for me, the two main things I wanted to address have already been said. Give us amazing head sculpts, not just new bodies, and make it readily available for everyone and anyone. I'll wrap things up by saying that this is by far one of my favorite releases this year, and again, it's a shame that it's an exclusive, but yes, it was definitely worth paying the crazy price after the conversion. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Likes and comments are always appreciated and replied to. It would make my day even better than it already is if you subscribe to the channel. SDCC Kakashi is up next, followed by a double archive review, so make sure you come back for those as well. Have a fantastic rest of the week, guys. Remember, do your push-ups, and as always,
よろしく